Hey guys, welcome back to Vampyr. I'm Ciarasteina, and we are finally going into the Ascalon Club, if I can make it there without getting sidetracked. Just reloaded the game, and it pushed me back here, so... Here we go. I'm gonna get sidetracked. I just want to see if there's any lootables here. Okay, nope. Here we go. Who is it?
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
There's just, dead bodies everywhere. No problem. Oh, gosh. Can't get any
There has been quite a battle here.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
I'm guessing that, Prewin's been here. History and purpose of the Ascalon Club. The Ascalon Club is an association of gentlemen secretly aiming for the protection of the Crown's interests. I founded it in 1837 to honor and perpetuate the legacy of my maker, William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke and true protector of England. Wasn't William Marshall a vampire, though? Huh. All the members of the club must be good extraction and flawless moral fiber since... Oh, duh. I'm thinking... Never mind. Yes, he was a vampire. Since the club accepts mortal members, oh my gosh, who will be duly observed and valued as proper candidates for immortality, the goal of the club is to impose respectable traditions and behaviors amongst the good vampire society, but also to promote and expand the imperial hegemony of England. We are the true elite of British society. We are Ascalon, the holy lance held by St. George's, protector of England, when the saint slew the dragon. Oh. And my constellation's a dragon. As lance bearers ourselves, we vow to defend the Empire's interests. From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, founder. Interesting.
It's locked.
Don't mind me looting your place. Oh, does this take me outside? Oops. Yep. Anything I can loot back here, though? I seriously have a one-track mind. Oh, I thought I had to unlock that, but I guess not. Wish I would tell you, like, this door goes to blah blah blah, this door goes to blah blah blah, and I'm going to heal myself, and I can't. Why can I not? Maybe because I'm in story mode. Don't mind me stealing all your stuff. Key to the Ascalon Club's basement? Ooh. I might go down there first. If I can. Shit. Not what I wanted to do. Oh well.
Good evening.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
My first question would be like, why the hell did you send your lackey after me?
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Yes, she is. I may even say I admire her probity and her kindness. She has helped me since I was reborn.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is immortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me.
Oh God, that
Too
old
fickle
thing.
when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Yeah, why suddenly so
Why
friendly?
are you suddenly so friendly? The last time I met one of yours, he tried to kill me.
Are you referring to Fergal? He was the most useful of servants, but he was just a servant. You, on
Which
the other
means
hand, Doctor,
you told him to do it.
proved yourself much more worthy.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
I guess I have to join, but
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the
I
club,
don't
I
obey.
alone am entitled to make demands of our members. And I do appreciate obedience.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Scals. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
I don't like that implication.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall. Speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Take a dip. How many other people use that? Ew. As a doctor, you should know better. Gross.
Delightful. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
And that's it.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece?
Aloysius,
Figuratively.
whatever.
It's quite unsettling. As a doctor, I am more used to being the observer than the subject.
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are?
Why would you be interested? Vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They...
Are you a member?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years.
What can you tell?
It's not really my place to give you such information.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I
Is not the nature of this club a secret shared by...
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
Interesting.
What can you tell me about Lord...
I would not dare speak of our chairman.
Mr. Dawson? Of Dawson and Dawson?
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson?
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
You're part of the Ascalon Club.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to...
What is the situation?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten...
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to...
What is your plan?
Quarantine and barricades are futile.
By doing so, you would create two separate ghettos. What if the disease gets past the wall? The results would be disastrous.
Not if we eliminate all suspected cases of infection as soon as they appear. The
That's
necessary
pretty...
sacrifice.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice
Yeah.
for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs. And
You're kind of nuts. Don't like you. Can't talk to you guys because you're nobodies. So, only you.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I, Lance.
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good
Putting
friend
it
of yours.
mildly.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation?
You were spying on me.
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
You do know I killed
He
him.
only
Yes.
said it like
Will you
twice.
bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Scals in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, The Guard of Priwen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
Oh no.
I have met peaceful and wise Skulls. To exterminate them means we are no better than vampire hunters.
Skulls are hideous, shameful creatures that give all Ekon a bad name.
So I have to decide between
what do you
this
want me to
group
do?
and
I
the
want
other?
you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Oh. Hi, Dad. Where are you? Okay. I guess it wasn't. But my mesmerize went up, so yay. Good dagger. Oh. Okay. Well, since I have carte blanche, I guess I can go into the basement, wherever that door is. The recreational use of blood. Oh, I missed it. Guess I can. The recreational use of blood. As Ascalon members, we always tend to respect etiquette. We are and always members of a good society, sometimes recognized as public figures. We do not find our delight in orgies and bloodbath like our adversaries assert we do. And if one of us were caught in such caricatured and immoral act, he would receive the appropriate opprobrium. But what about the blood? What about its recreational use? How could we deny the ecstasy of the vermilion ambrosia brings us? And with that, what else could we toast with, as any good fraternity should? To answer this delicate question, the law of conduct inside the club goes as follows. As long as the original mortal vessel is not brought within our walls, each member is allowed to drink whatever he wants for his own usage or to share it with friends. Drink what you want, deal the way you want with the original vessel, but never inside the club unless I personally authorize it on some special occasion, of course. Of course. That's it. I thought there would be something more interesting under here.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then,
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Women's right to vote is only the first step.
Good evening.
Can I help?
No.
Goodbye, Miss.
It's been your house, Dad. Not mine.
So I need to talk to people about infection.
Good evening.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic.
Well, not really. Wait, now that you mention it, I don't see the McPhersons in my favorite restaurants.
They love delicate meals too, you understand.
Thank you. It may be nothing, but I'll investigate anyway. Where do they live?
They have a house in the southern part of the district, somewhere north of the railway bridge. There is a courtyard, if I remember rightly.
Goodbye, Mr. Ro-
What kind of... Huh. I can't use that.
Good evening.
And good evening.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic.
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give me...
She's been quite...
Talk to you.
Good evening.
I won't.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic.
Infection is everywhere.
Yes? What about the Mullaneys?
Not enough noise for a big family with children.
You need some rest.
Sleepless for telling the truth all along. Nobody takes them seriously.
Why did you sneak up on me? Why are there people walking all over? I'm gonna go and mesmerize that dude's wife now.
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening.
Is there only 2 sources of infection?
Goodbye.
Is there anything to connect me to this city anymore?
Rats.
I'm investigating the source.
Infection. Infection. The rats.
And where is this house?
West of the park. Not very far. A big house with...
I must go now.
Actually, let's see if there's anything I can talk to now.
I must go now.
Thought I heard somebody close by, but apparently not.
Hello again, Venus.
Jonathan, you're still up. Can't you just knock at people's doors during the day?
Let me in.
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. You are always welcome here. But at this hour of night?
Yes, because you're gonna do what I tell you to, and hope that I don't kill you.
At least you survived the Great War. I feared the worst.
It's a pleasure to see you again.
So you returned from the war in one piece too. Thank God. My Clarence is back home too.
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing.
How have you been since the last time we met?
I've done my duty, like all British women. You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without...
I understand. Luckily, this part of town has been saved from the worst of it.
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic.
Have you noticed anything peculiar?
You mean except for your return to town? No. Oh, and again, Jonathan.
Why is my...
It's more an unexpected happy end than a surprise.
Thank you, Venus. It was...
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but you...
There's no need to apologize, my dear.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences. He is...
Actually, he did, I do believe.
Venus, why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
Tell me about Clarence's obsession with vampires.
It drives me so crazy it makes my stomach hurt.
I understand your irritation, Venus. But you have to accept the trauma Clarence endured on the battlefield.
The question is simple, Jonathan. Is my husband mad? Yes or no? Do vampires exist? Or is Clarence a lunatic?
So you don't believe Clarence?
If poor Mary, bless her soul, had tried to convince you of the existence of
there.
bloody vampires, would you have believed her? Seriously?
Yeah, probably.
The important question is, what do you really think of your husband?
I'm tough, Jonathan. He should have told me the horrors he witnessed, however appalling it was, instead of inventing.
Why do you and your husband argue so much?
He is not the kind man I married and loved. He is obsessed now. Obsessed with chimeras. I feel trapped.
Chimeras.
It just makes me want to scream.
Why are you poisoning your husband?
He has spent a fortune printing his bloody papers. I can't stand this nightmare anymore. We are the butt of everyone's jokes since he returned.
If you're so frustrated by Clarence's behavior, why don't you just leave him?
I have already lost the best years of my life because of him. I will not jeopardize my future for some lunatic. He goes, and I inherit what's left.
I was the best man at your wedding. I remember your love for him. It was so beautiful. I cried. And now you've killed him.
Don't try to send a shiver down my spine, Dr. Reed. You were always on your own, and you kept emotions at bay. All for facts, remember? Well, deal with this one.
Ouch.
I'm investigating.
The McPhersons.
They could just be afraid.
Perhaps you're right.
I so want to eat her.
Sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
It's locked.
Venus's journal. July 9th. I spent the last day and night crying tears of joy. I did not know bliss could be so painful. Clarence just wrote me. He is back from the war alive and unharmed. He will be home in 2 weeks. Thank you, God. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see my beloved husband again. 14th. Clarence's attitude still worries me. He is not the same since he came back. The first few weeks I thought it was just the necessary adjustment period out, but his behavior seemed to be more and more erratic. Nowadays he spends all of his time outside day and night searching for evidence. He does not care about the flu. He does not care about me. He is starting to frighten me. 21st. I can't believe this. Clarence has spent half of his pension to print some stupid leaflets he now wants to freely give away in the neighborhood. People are starting to laugh at me. Now he wants to organize some public lecture in a recently closed theater to warn people about the presence of evil creatures in London. Free entry, of course. My husband may have come back unharmed from the war, but I'm afraid he's lost his mind over there. 24th. Clarence just confessed he has not spent half of his pension, but all of it, plus some of our savings. Paper and inks cost so much because of the war, he said, but it is a cost we must pay. People openly mock us now. I do not know what to do. 5th of October. Today the butcher, Mr. Galway, sent me the monthly fee and requested payment in full. He also told me he now demands to be paid each time we buy some meat from his shop. no more credit. The baker asked the same thing 2 days ago. First, I thought it was a new policy because of the restrictions in the epidemic, but it seems my friends still have financial arrangements from the same shop. I was so ashamed I could not speak. 5th of October. We can't keep on like this. Clarence is completely mad. He is spending all the money we have. I don't see how to stop him. Sometimes I wish he did not come back from the war. Ouch. Not what I meant to do, but oh well. The Lost Library. Okay. There we go. Ah.
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign. No sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in.
My dear Jacques, I can't wait to see you again. Tonight, tomorrow, I can hardly wait. Since we kissed on that bridge while the moon was so bright in the night sky, I want to feel your teeth again on my lips. Oh, the excruciating pain of your sweet bite on my neck. You devil, you. For the longest second ever, I feared you were going to kill me right there on the bridge in the middle of the night. But no, my dear Jacques, you remained the delicate fiancé I know you are, and you were only teasing me. I can't wait to drink your blood for good this time and come back to my sweet friend Charlotte as an immortal, to play with her a little first, of course, like you taught me how to play with mortals, and then I'll turn her into one of us too, and we will rule the Knights of London and cleanse the city of impure souls. Faithfully, always, Emily. Ouch.
Emily wanted to become a vampire. Something must have gone wrong. Someone is responsible for this mess. But who?
What mess? I see a tiny bit of blood. And more on the bed.
Blood. I should follow the trail.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I'm not here to sustain myself. I'm currently investigating the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
I didn't see a body.
Young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond de Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service,
Oh,
my
that's
dear
a
cousin.
mouthful. Are you French? No. Aww. Dear cousin, are we really?
Dear cousin. Are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
No.
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
His accent sounds more Spanish to me, except when he starts speaking French.
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate, yet intense spectacle.
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn,
Yeah,
sir.
at least he's honest.
And probably before.
What do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
Wow, he's crazy.
I followed the trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last redingote.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
I hate this guy.
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
He's such a scumbag.
I believe you, sir. Emily's diary confirms your statement.
Oh, Emily was her name. Quite charming. Well, mystery solved then.
Yes, I suppose so. You can go.
And so can you. Farewell, sir. May you enjoy the spectacle of this fallen city as much as I do.
And she's gonna be like, did you kill him? No. Why not? Because she wanted to die? Quite literally, she wanted to die? This will be one of those, this is why you should be careful of what you wish for moments.
Women of all countries unite!
Good evening.
And good evening.
I have found out what happened to you.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the
Letty
bloody
is right.
details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood.
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Oh, nice. Well, might as well. Oh, I have to do that thing. Oh well.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my...
She's been...
Alright, so... I need the supremacy of Econs and learn where the notebook was taken. So I need to go back to my back to the hospital for that. Which I need to water the flower anyway, but let's see where this one is. Kind of headed that way. Ah, gosh. I do here? You sound sick over there.
It's locked, all right.
How do I get over there? I'm guessing that's part of the infection. But how do I learn where's the notebook stolen from Vampyr agents? Okay, well... How do I find out? Aha! No? No. Huh. Maybe I have to be stealthy. Alright, well, let's kill the first form of the infection, I suppose. Skull.
That building is under quarantine. Could this be what I'm looking for?
Sneaky devil. Oh, nice. Interesting how the reflection was not quite a reflection.
Yeah, coward! You brought this.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Is that it? Love letter. Darling, thank you for the precious perfume and the fur coat. Can't wait to feel your hands on my shivering skin. For only you, my hero, can make me feel that desired. Please come back to me soon, for I am dying to press my timid bosom to your chest again. Yes, my beloved, my precious, come back to me. And I promise you a night of eternal and unbridled passion. Right now I'm wearing nothing but your last gifts. Oh yes, I'm burning for you, and I can't wait for you to share my untamable lust. Yours, Doris Fletcher.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
Which one's Doris Fletcher? Do I know her? That's not showing him. Wait, is she the... No, it's Edwina. I know that name. Or maybe not. He's the pillar? Really? I'm just reading this. They would have taken it to their headquarters since they believe he might be a vampire, an accusation he calmly refutes. So I don't... I have to go up here?
It's locked.
I bet it's in there somewhere, though.
How?
I'm not your... I'm ready for it.
God, no hints
Goodbye,
for this guy.
young man. Good evening.
I'm afraid.
A gun, alcohol.
Where's Xiao Shun? Palmer. Isn't Josh around here somewhere? I don't think I actually need to talk to Shashin, but would have been nice.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
He's got a cold.
Good evening.
Shoot.
How do you...
I would not.
Yeah,
Yes, they said I don't.
Goodbye.
There she is.
Good evening.
Wang.
Goodbye.
That is quite the literal bloodbath. Wow, 6,000 XP. Guess I can upgrade that again. And I can increase that. I think I'll increase my health some more. And can't do that. Can't do that. The following night. Now he's got the cold. I just healed him and he's got it now. So, fatigue and cold. And now he's sick again. Lots of colds. Make sure I've got cold medicine. Oh yeah, I need to see her husband, don't I?
All your problems, as long as you have the money.
Good evening, Harry.
Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
So, may I ask you...
I'm not bothered.
Do you remember when Barrett Lewis was close to your...
Not really. I was too young.
How was he towards you?
He was nice, I guess. He never forgot my birthday.
Why are you...
Because it hurts to remember a time when my father used to...
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an...
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities. But I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reed. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Have you...
Nobody dares to enter the dispenser.
Goodbye, young man.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Oh, shoot.
So,
I'm not bothered.
do you need...
Yes, I do.
You'll feel...
I'm not sure.
Goodbye, young man.
Okay. So there's one
Even
down.
my dreams are soaked with glue.
He's fine, of course. But I thought he was sick. I wonder if I could talk to Camilla.
Hello again, miss.
Nope.
Very well. Good evening.
And good evening to you too.
Do you need...
It may...
I under...
The nutrition...
Nope. Nope.
How is... I imagine we are all part...
I'll leave you...
Nope. Okay. Let's see. Now I need to go that way.
You're feeble! Gotcha!
Good evening, Mr. Swanborough.
Is it you, Dr. Reed? Please come in. Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
I have things
What
for
can
you.
I do for...
You seem unwell.
I'm fine, Doctor.
Here is another page of the diary we were talking about.
Ah, now we're talking. Ingredients, dosages, dangers, and side effects. This is it.
Is the diary complete now?
No. The author tested his work in a hidden laboratory. We must find out where it was. Please, find me more pages, Doctor.
I was like, didn't we get it though?
Mason, why would you waste your skill and knowledge on crafting snake oil and fake drugs?
But this is my only opportunity to continue practicing my art.
By giving false hope to desperate people?
They all see me as disabled and useless. I'm sick of their pity.
To accept what has happened to us and what we have become is a difficult process. I'm sorry for what you've had to endure.
You'll not get my respect through cheap compassion, Doctor. Speak to me like I'm a normal human being. That's all I ask.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr.
Tell me, how do you see the world these days?
It didn't go as nicely as I'd have liked it to. Of course, Swansea would have something new to say. Let's see what his quest is all about now. Interesting. I have already discovered it, though. Let's see. So, what I'm guessing is there's 4 notes, but the 4th one is in a secret laboratory. Okay. Well, let's...
Are you from Ascalon?
Well, yes, I am from Ascalon. Thank you very much. Oh, hi. I don't need to go in there, do I? Just down here.
See them? Christ! It's a leech! Shit, that leech is... I'll put it in! He's dead!
Good. Dang it. Someone get that crying baby. Oh wait, I gotta cure that dickhead. Wait, where are you going? Oh, you guys are... There you are.
Hey, Doc. You're lucky to be alive.
This place.
Consider yourself...
Don't play the in.
Yeah.
I'll leave you for
Shut
now.
up. Wish there was an upgrade for like making your stamina go faster. Oh yeah, it's right here.
Done.
That's it? Okay. The point of that was... Okay. When we come back, we will talk to Swansea, see what he has to say, and see what we can do about the Braille notes and all the other quests. So I will see you guys in a bit. Take it easy.